In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a schema. You may not want to use this if you're just using score points, and then at the end you wanted to create a text column to put a final grade in. That's kind of what I do. Then you may not have to worry about this, but because I wanted to show you as many features as possible, and this is something that I wanted you to practice. So I'll go into your full grade center, go up to Manage, then Grading Schemas. And you'll see there's a default one there called Letter. And what I do is I click on it and I make a copy of it. That way I still have the default to go back to if I want to. So my copy here is called Letter 2, and I'll click on the chevron again and edit it. And then I'm going to call this one View Schema. And then this kind of shows you about mapping. So if you wanted to map a percentage or a score to a letter grade here, then what you would do is come down here, and obviously I doubt whether many of you have this many different grades. I don't. So to delete a row, I would just go here and click the delete button. If I wanted to add a row, then I click on the arrow and would add it back in. So let me go ahead and delete that again. Let me come up here. This is actually very easy, but it's one little tricky part to it that I wanted to show you. So for example, if my syllabus, and I really recommend you get your syllabus out and look at your grading schema on your syllabus and match that. So say 97 to 100%, or score 97 to 100. I don't have an A minus, it'll be an A. And when you click out of that, it'll change the other side too. Now here's the tricky part. You have to have on the right hand side here a number that hits between 97 and 100%. They've got 98.5 and that works, but you don't have to have the 0.5. It doesn't have to be exact. I could just have 98 in there as long as it's between those. If you don't have a number that's over on the right hand side here that's between these two numbers, you will get an error message. It's very frustrating trying to figure out what's going on. This one I'd probably change, of course, to my A minus. And I can even change this. For example, if it was 95, then I could set 95 in there. Now here again, so I have to now choose a number between 95 and 97. Well, that's pretty easy. It's 96. And again, you just follow down along. I'm going to actually delete that A minus here and get that out of there. Okay, so my B plus, if it was between, if it was less than 95 and more than 87 or up, then that would be my B plus in this case, and I need the number between. So 88.5 again is fine. I could have made this 89, whatever, as long as it's between. So you kind of get the idea here. And I need to get rid of that one too. We don't have, by the way, a C minus, so let's get rid of that one. So that kind of looks more like probably what you're used to looking at. So once you get this all set up the way you want, then go ahead and submit, and if you don't get an error message, then you probably did it right, which I didn't, thank goodness. So now I have that grading schema. And here's what you have to then do is, if you go back, let me jump back to my grade book. If you have an assignment such as, let's just go this chapter 1 assignment, and I'm going to click on this chevron and edit my column information. Or you could see this when you're first setting up your assignment if you set up your schema before you did your assignments. So I can go in and look at my primary display score. If I want to use my grading schema, then I would click the drop down arrow and there it is. So I could use then that schema for grading and then submit that. So that gives you an idea of how to set up a grading schema and associate it with something on your, and you can see it went ahead and changed all of those score points to a letter grade. Again, you're probably not going to use this in your grade book. You're probably going to go with points and the point totals, but I did want you to know how to do this. So if you have any questions, just let us know.